Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. This channel at this time is focused on research and reporting. So therefore, any and all news clips that may be shown and or discussed are covered under the copyright section of 1976. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5 people in the house. We have me, Gil, Al, Michael, Miss Nina. That's it. Okay.
Evil twin.
We'll give other people a chance to slide in here. Oh, we lost somebody.
And Stringfield Ridge just closed theirs down.
Yeah, it'll take a minute. Oh, we lost 2 people. They're running away. They didn't like my intro.
Oh, boy.
I'll have to change the music to something a little more upbeat.
It's okay. While we're waiting, I'll switch over to my list. And let's see. Whoops.
Nope, we're back to 5.
Yep, back to 5.
All right, let me type a note over here.
And let's see.
Up to 6. We got 7 likes. Awesome.
Yep. Switching over to my library. And let's see all the notes. Okay, I got a lot of notes. What do you want to start?
Oh, well, I'm going to run through my little bit first, and then we'll open it up for discussion and other people. You and Al, or you and Gil. Good evening, Fishes and Loaves.
Hi, Fishes and Loaves. Hi, Carol.
One of these days, I'll remember everybody else's names.
Yeah.
That's hell getting old.
Let's see, Michael is Michael.
Yep. And I know Miss Nina.
Uh-huh.
I think I know Al.
Yeah.
And there's some crazy family compound guy hiding around in there somewhere, too. His name was Bob, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're up to 10. Good evening, folks. Drop a hello in the chat so we can give you a roll call. Thank everybody for showing up this evening while we discuss everybody's favorite topics in the news.
Okay.
Well, Miss Nina, I think you're an awesome person, irregardless of what anybody else may try to push otherwise. Good evening, Drops. Prairie Rider. Miss Queen of the North, I still ain't got no notification on your vidya. So where is it? Adam's Eden Farm, good evening. Our treasured home. Give it another minute here and we'll go ahead and get started on this evening's news.
Jay's in the house.
Yep.
Excuse me. Hello, Jay.
And Duncan.
Yep.
Yep. Duncan.
She's here.
I should have put it on slow mode.
Yeah, I'm tapping as fast as I can. Say hi to everybody as they roll in.
Yes. And everybody wondered why I put it on slow mode last week or earlier this week. Now you see why. My old eyes just can't keep up.
Right.
And Drops is in the house now.
I think Adam's here too. I'm not too sure.
Now we're up to 11.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah,
11
Adam's
folks,
here.
12 likes. I like it.
Yeah, hit the like button,
Looks
folks.
12 watching, 12 likes.
Sorry about that, folks.
All righty.
Well, it looks like everybody's here that's going to be here for a minute. Got another one.
13 and 13. It's
Yep.
still rolling up.
Yep.
We got lurkers, and they're hitting.
Froze.
And I froze. Yeah, we got lurkers, and they're hitting the thumbs up. So, yay, lurkers!
Gotta be Steve. Hi, Steve.
Sure. New bunker, Jay. New bunker. I try to put everybody else in it, but they won't do the green screen my way, so it just doesn't quite fit. I tried, but it is what it is. So, anywho,
Well, I'm in the control room of the bunker. Can't you tell? Look behind me.
I'm
in that room off the
living
side.
quarters. He's in the living quarters down below.
Yeah, I'm in that little control room off to the side.
Yeah, somebody's gonna run OPSEC for us. So
Yeah, I got my thumb on the. I got both triggers here. Keys move right close to each other here.
And you have to forgive me. I'm still trying to get rid of that stuff my son brought home from school last weekend. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
All right.
Before you jump into this, Dave, did you see Courtney's post on Facebook this evening?
Which one?
Talks about. Have you ever noticed how the number of people, friends you have, but they never interact with you? If you're a real friend, please post a GIF of something you've been doing today.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. So I posted the kid getting sprayed in the face with a sprinkler hose, the spray nozzle, because I was working on the sprinklers out there and I got soaked.
I can't post what I was doing. And no, it wasn't anything bad. Get your minds out of the gutter, folks. Come on, please. Family channel.
I was thinking romantic. Who is she?
Again, get your mind out the gutter.
That's not gutter. That's romantic.
For me, it's the gutter because I have no intentions of any of that stuff. I stay.
I'm going to go back to bed. They drained enough blood and urine out of me the last 3 days. Had to go back and fill another 2 cups because they dropped the first 2 on Monday. It's like, we made a mistake and we're sorry, but can you come back this afternoon and fill these cups?
Nope.
I'll be in tomorrow.
No, I had to go in because I had the work order still someplace around here since January 18th of this month, and they haven't done it right. They took out so much blood out of me, I'm getting dizzy.
Vampires anyway.
Was hauling cinder blocks today.
I see that. All right, Jay. I see you, Jay.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's get over here to our favorite topic, the Red Dragon. Well, not really, but it is what's in the news. And yes, I'm still going to call it the Red Dragon, something I coined last January. And one news agency picked it up for one of their broadcasts. But hey, that's the history. Let's talk about the here and now. Everybody's saying the flu vanished during the Dragon. What's its return going to look like? Well, they're saying its return is certain. And this is all on Yahoo News, so you guys can go peruse it at your leisure. They're less certain about what will happen when the flu does return in the coming months, as millions of people will return to public transit, restaurants, schools, and offices. I thought we were doing that now. But we're going into summer, so it shouldn't affect us just yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't know what public health measures were going to be most effective in eradicating it.
Wash your
But
hands.
if behaviors like wearing masks and frequent hand washing continues after the, what is over, they could help keep influenza at its bay.
Right. And don't do nose rockets. I swear to God, I'm going to slap people in the head with a mallet.
Let's see. Where was the other one? Part of what's going to happen if it returns or when? Because they're pretty sure it's going to return. So am I.
It'd be like in 1953 when we had the big influenza in 1953. You'll see the hospitals fill up. A lot of people that doesn't follow the rules will die horribly in their own fluids. Period.
No, personally, I am 1,000% convinced that it never left. It was still here, and most if not all flu cases were diagnosed as the Red Dragon.
Yeah, and right here's part of your pandemic numbers. Because since 2010, this is the mortality rate for the influenza flu, roughly somewhere in that range. So let's, and you've got your numbers, I'm sure, fairly handy there, Gil. Let's take the big number out of your numbers.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull.
And while you dig that up, we'll go down a little bit more.
All right, which number do you want?
Total kick the bucket.
Total U.S. deaths as of last night, 584,226.
So let's take the big number here, 61,000 out of it.
Calculator, let me get it up here.
And then let's add another about 22% of that, your main number, out of false positives.
A second here. All right. So minus 61,000.
And then take another 58,000 out of your number.
Minus 58. Uh-huh.
There was approximately 112,000 that were people who had tested positive but died in other ways of death. So there's about another 100,000 of those out. So we're looking at a little over 400,000.
No, actually 353,224.
Now use that number and come up with your ratio, if you know what I'm referring to.
Well, problem is also have to change around all the resolved ones. So
gee, so you can't just type and paste a number in there and make it look good.
Well, if I put that number in there, it's gonna drop the death rate down, but it won't do it properly because it'll still have all the false positives, all the false other ones that recovered. Otherwise, but because you only took 10% off for false positives, right?
Approximately.
Okay. Yeah, because my guys are telling me it's closer to 30%.
I was trying to be generous. I was trying to give the demon rats a fighting chance for numbers.
Yeah.
My point to this is, we can't trust any numbers because, like this article says, the flu disappeared. No, it didn't. Okay, it didn't disappear. It was labeled as something else.
Mm-hmm.
Because every year people are put on ventilators because of influenza, the harsh part of the flu. Those same people or the same category of people probably would have been put on it for the last 2 years, last December and this December. So those numbers were added into the Red Dragon. And I mean, all you got to do is use your head, folks. And I'm sure most of the people in here already do. But this is aimed for those who may catch this that don't think outside the box. Excuse me, sorry. Who don't listen to lamestream media and believe everything it says.
And Dave, anyone that had the flu, the regular seasonal flu, and got that stupid what the heck it is test, PCR test or whatever it is, theirs came up as Red Dragon because it's a type of coronavirus.
Right.
It doesn't pick up a specific type. And if you had it last year,
you still got the antibodies.
You still got the antibodies, so you tested positive again, even though you were never sick, never had any symptoms this year, because you had the regular flu last year, which was a coronavirus as well.
Okay, CB, to address that real quick. Every medical physician I've talked to around the world has said, yes, there is some very, very nasty side effects to the Red Dragon. Mm-hmm. We're talking blood clots in your lungs, among some of the more severe things. Yes, if you get the full-fledged Red Dragon and it breathes down your throat and you catch it,
you're in bad shape.
For a world of hurt. It's not fun. It ain't pretty. It's miserable. Those people who supposedly caught it but are just fine, the younger generation that, I had it and I turned out just fine. I have no ill effects. Probably just had the regular flu.
Right.
Okay. And no, I'm not a doctor. I'm just going by what people who are far smarter than me, who have spent far more money on this kind of stuff than me, who deal with it on a daily basis. Because I don't. I just do research. These people are far smarter. And I'm not talking to anybody here in the U.S., although we have our own personal Doc Bones to hit up for information, who can get the information we need if we need it. But I've talked to doctors in Europe, Asia. I spoke to one in Russia for a little bit, Yugoslavia. Okay, I've spoken to a few around the world. And if you want the truth, you have to dig for it. Just like all the other news. You want the truth, you have to go dig and sift through the rubble and find the truth. It's usually buried under some facts that are true and a lot that are not. Hey, Stringridge.
Yeah.
So let's get back to this.
Yeah, on a point of what he said there, a very, very, very good friend of mine. Heck, his dad and mom were like second parents for a lot of the youth at church, and we used to go over there all the time. Dane came down with it, and he was on a respirator for 2 weeks. I mean, in one little, the whole 9 yards type thing. And he fortunately though he seems to have recovered fully, but it was whether he was going to make it there. And this was back in May or June last year.
Right. Speaking about the injections and stuff, we had a test site north of us. It's a nursing home, secluded and everything. Unfortunately, everybody there at that nursing home is now dead. 100 people plus staff are dead after getting the second shot. So I'm really nervous because I have the same morbidities as those people in that nursing home. And the staff was healthy people, not overweight, no heart problems, nothing. And this was Pfizer. So I get really nervous when everybody's, why don't you get a shot, Uncle Al? And I'm keep telling them I'm allergic to flu and pneumonia shots because it put me into a seizure like the last time. Oh, that was just a minor side effect. Go to hell.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's part of it. Yes. Hey, Rebel.
Hi, Rebel. Hey, Tammy.
Well, we've had enough discussion on the dragon. Let's move to something a little more cheerful. Remember last news cycle, I said, file your taxes now before it's too late. Guess what?
Yeah.
It's too late. And again, folks, this is why I do the research I do, which takes hours upon hours. And I can go digging and I can find information that usually takes about a week to 2 weeks for y'all to get it. And here it is. Today's news. IRS is holding over 29 million tax returns, delaying refunds for many poorer Americans. The people who need it the most, who actually earned what they're getting for the most part, are being held up. Gee, I wonder why. Stimulus checks will not cause your tax returns to have issues. Somebody needs to tell the IRS that.
Well, fortunately, my wife went to a tax professional because of all what's buying the other property here and everything going on. So she went to a in-depth multi-state tax professional to do ours.
And see right here. Here's one of the issues. The government says you got one thing. Your bank account says you got something else. That inconsistency gets you jammed up. So, I mean, if you haven't filed your taxes yet, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Don't count on your return coming anytime soon, because when they do this big of a mandatory audit, get it off that video so we don't get hit. When they do this big of a mandatory audit, it delays everybody's.
Right. I
followed
Courtney's
husband, Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. I followed Dave's advice, and I got my stuff. Well, I can't show you from the IRS. Your refund check will be sent to you by mail. Unfortunately, the Department of the Treasury cannot give your direct deposit as you requested because legally our record shows you as dead. Okay, I have to call the IRS again and tell them I just filed. I am very much alive. I am alive. There's Gil and there's Dave. They're alive too. I am not dead.
It's a figment of y'all's imagination. If you are seeing these things, you are delusional and may need to seek immediate medical attention. Another bright and cheery point. Could stimulus checks be permanent? Why? Doesn't it just sound so peachy? And on that, $3,600 a month for families. Keyword right there. IES, not a Y. IES.
Mhm.
people with multiple children. So let's incentivize people to go out and do crazy things and get pregnant and have more kids. Let's
Excuse me, I
extend the
gotta go
welfare
talk to my
system
wife
the federal
about that. See, now all of our youngest is 21, so we need more kids. So
I honestly don't think your wife is going to be on board with that one.
I don't think Mother Nature's going to be on board with for either of us.
Right. And also the other thing is we're the wrong kind of minorities.
No, all you got to do is be a single white female. That's the low bar. Anything other than that, I was almost guaranteed. Any single mother, I'm not knocking single moms. Don't take it this way, because being a single dad, I've learned a lot more respect for some single moms who actually try. Those who don't try don't have my respect, because they're not willing to work and do what they need to do, like get a job and keep the job and work that job. I know of some people who get a job, arrange babysitter, and then just never go to their first day of work. Multiple times. And then wonder why they can't have nothing nice.
Sorry.
Millions of Americans can be grounded because they don't have the real ID. Y'all got y'all real ID?
Yep.
Nope, I don't fly.
I ain't got one neither.
I'm on the list.
Al, you're on everybody's list.
Yeah, I know. At least I cleared up with Amtrak. I use the rail system. I cannot fly. I could use the bus or I could use Amtrak.
Ooh, IRS made mistake on an inherited IRA rule.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think any of us are going to be inheriting anything within the numbers that they're discussing.
Right.
We're talking in the excess of 5 to 10 million.
Right. That's Wyoming and South Dakota, because I heard a lot.
The current standard is 4,990,000. There's not supposed to be any inheritance tax. You break that 5 million barrier, there's an inheritance tax. And the higher your inheritance, the higher that tax gets.
Mm-hmm.
Upwards of 60% when you get to a certain figure.
That's why you put things in a trust, so it's doled out in small amounts, and they only inherit a little bit each year.
Yeah. They're trying to cover that loophole, which is why they're having issues.
Mm. Well, that's also why there's people that do the living trusts and the S Corp things, because all that stuff gets put in that. It belongs to that. They're just the executors of it, and they get paid for being an executor.
Not the other thing, folks, with the whip.
Fish and Loaves, you're pretty much spot on there. And Prairie, I wasn't trying to be mean in my comment there, so I hope you didn't take it that way.
It wasn't facetious.
No, I was being sincere.
Yep.
We don't need to see Kim Kardashian, because I don't really care about that.
Yeah, I was looking the other way. It's like, ugh, I got to scratch my eyes out.
Ooh, capital gains tax is fixing to hit. Y'all got any capital gains?
What capital gains?
Yeah, agreed. Capital gains tax hike. Doesn't count me in. Tennessee woman expresses her regret for calling police on a black teen who was beating or dating her daughter, after he was fatally shot. Sounds like buyer's remorse. You're doing this to my daughter. I can't stand you. Boom. He was such a good little boy, though. Sound familiar?
Yep.
Yeah. You shot the wrong person. You should have shot the mom.
Yeah, I'm not going to go there. Pope meets homeless people getting free COVID vaccines. Don't know what to make of that one.
Yeah, new pope next year?
Possible.
Oh, Al, I wouldn't have gone there.
Well, he meet Jesus and his dad really soon.
No, he won't. The Pope won't.
Okay, he meet the other guy down below.
That's possible. No, but
I'm
you know,
still praying for
hey,
our.
you've got right up to 1/2 second before you die to make that choice.
I'm still
Everybody's got
praying
that choice.
for our president, the 46th one, that we can't mention to go meet Jesus every night.
I do every night. IRS outlines tax credits. How can they outline tax credits when they can't deal with our returns? That's an oxymoron right there.
Because that's a business.
Oh, so they rate higher than we do. Wait a minute. IRS is supposed to be non-biased, not government controlled. Well, they failed on both of those accounts. Won't hit the other 22 that they failed on.
Yeah.
Did
Bitcoin.
anybody? Yeah.
Oh, there she is again. Oh, gotta hide
I
that.
know. Sorry.
Ah!
Bitcoin is having issues
time.
worldwide. See if I can find the other one. I hate how this repeats sometimes.
Yep. There we go. Go back up a little bit. There we go.
No. There's another one that's far more important. Oh, hey Gil.
Yeah.
Your wife may get one.
Oh no, because that is for only those that are not impoverished, but the under represented.
Those who are seeking reparations.
Basically, if you are on welfare, you're on this, you're on that, you're receiving free money anyway. Oh, we're going to throw more free money at you, so you'll vote for us.
Can I still get the free money if I don't vote for you?
No.
Ah, damn it.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go back to the old.
Hey, all you got to do is claim you did.
I'm going back to the old method.
Hey,
I'll get my free money.
Hey, Al, you're dead anyway. You can't.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm dead, so I'm not existing.
And so you can't
get my cash.
Hey, I'm just repeating what the government told you. I mean,
I'm getting my cash.
Hey, I'm just believing what I read. Mind you, everything we're discussing here, take it with a grain of salt, folks.
Yeah. Or a pound.
I'll be moving up.
That'll work. Biden wants to extend the child tax credit for 4 years, while the rest of his party wants to make it permanent. Doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
Nope.
Oh, government says mask-free summer ahead. Yet, didn't we see earlier they're talking about the stuff returning?
Yeah.
Oh, so our government can't keep its story straight. That's normal.
I'm getting better filters for my heavy.
I like the one meme, whatever it's called, I saw on Facebook. Are you basically it was questioning you? Are you so foolish as to believe to trust the government to be able to protect you by giving up your weapons when they can't even stop telemarketers? The government, you can't trust the government to to protect you in any way, shape, or form. What was that?
Which one?
Up one more. Okay, disappeared. Down. It was after him. It disappeared. It was one talking about benefit, some other benefits and stuff that it disappeared really quick.
Oh, yeah. It's for those who are drawing retirement.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, those who are retiring retirement, their benefits are fixing to get cut.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what's on the table.
Oh, that's great on world news. Military experts told us that who they think will win if Russia invaded the Ukraine. Mostly time Russia. They have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, here's a happiness piece. A boy says he's a time traveler from 2030 and he's got proof.
It's an ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for World Lifestyle. Come on, it's got to be true.
Ugh.
There it is. Y'all want to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff. Well, there's countries that have already banned them, which means you can't buy, sell, or trade it. Seoul, Korea has seized some crypto already and suggests could be shut down in Korea. Well, if one country's not taking it and have banned it, which several already have, that creates a major issue with those who are doing it here, because the market for them to offload it is shrinking, which means their $10,000 Bitcoin is going to wind up being a $2 Bitcoin. That it's not going to even buy them a cappuccino, froth, whatever you buy at Starbucks.
Right.
I can't say it because I won't buy it.
True. But like I said, it's a digital currency. It'll go up, down, sideways, backwards. If you're not used to it and not used to rapid, high fats movement of funds, you're going to lose out. I keep warning people this because China already developed their own crypto yuan.
Fisher's comment there for you two of you need to pay attention to. It's about ready to go off the top of the chat here on the screen here. You need to pray that 46's understudy never gets to be 47. So before 46 gets to meet Jesus, the VP needs to meet him first.
Agreed. I pray for them both every night.
And maybe we get lucky, a 2-for-1 sale.
No, it's got to be a 3-for-1 sale.
I don't know. Pelosi made deals with the devil.
Okay, here's another market or business insider tip. Well, maybe not a tip, but a warning. Surging grocery and housing prices with every stimulus check they issue. And mind you, I was able to actually upgrade some of my stuff here for the computer. So I appreciated it. But for every check they give out, stores raise their prices because people apparently have money now. So let's raise our prices so we can get more profit.
That's going to be bad for them when everything goes.
Well, no, it's bad for the people. Stores ain't going to care. They've made their profit. They can sit on their laurels for 6 months, not making much of anything and claim it as a tax write-off.
However, the stores may not actually be making profit because the wholesalers and stuff are jacking the price up because they're paying more just to get it shipped to the stores.
True. But see, somebody making money and they can sit on their booty.
Yeah.
While everybody else suffer.
Yeah, it's called starvation.
Yep. Venezuela, anybody?
Nope. Venezuela, Nicaragua, Zimbabwe. You don't want to do the Zimbabwe diet. Ooh.
Oh, no, not the Mustang.
Oh.
No. I'm going to go cry now. I'll be back in an hour.
Oh.
I'm losing my favorite car.
Yeah,
there's
the last car.
There's one.
I'm not reading it out loud, folks. You're just going to have to read this one.
Yeah.
Here, let me make it big for everybody.
Yeah.
So see, they can't even, yeah. Again, folks, all these news articles are on Yahoo News if you want to go back and peruse them at your leisure.
And folks, this is legal firearms, not the illegal black market firearms that 175 countries can't dump enough firepower in the United States that'll make Beirut, Lebanon, a turkey shoot. Understand that, folks. because Uncle Alan will make a profit.
Oh, good grief. Okay, in this case right here, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details. Y'all are going to have to look it up. But yeah, Debbie. Well, here, let me use a similar analogy. My mom was almost killed in a car accident. We need to get rid of all cars. Back in 1979, my mom's Mustang was T-boned by a guy who ran a stop sign drunk. So all alcohol has to be banned now. All cars need to be banned now. Nobody can drive no more. It's the same ideological theory that they're trying to push forth. You can't blame the instrument for what the person using that instrument does. That pew-pew is no different than a hammer or a hatchet or a knife or a car. It is controlled by the person wielding it. And if the person wielding it is not of proper sound mind and mental stability, then they shouldn't have access to it. I agree. But don't punish everybody else because of one yo-yo's up and down swings.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is major issues facing our Second Amendments. You know, I think Albuquerque, New Mexico. Interesting. Wow. Everybody's diving after him. Oh my goodness.
Who's the scam family?
I don't know why.
They just made a comment.
Oh, Scan Family. I've seen them on several of them here.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought it was something I missed here. I know who.
Hey.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. And good evening, by the way. Sorry, I was reading Yahoo.
Yeah.
But
And then Scan Family has a very good point. You know, if you outlaw guns, then only outlaws will have guns.
And Uncle Al.
You'll be an outlaw then.
Yep.
he already is. He's dead, remember?
Yeah.
He's the
I'm a
Walking Dead.
ghost.
He's already an outlaw.
Woo.
Hey, Al, you need to put on some makeup so you look like the from the
Walking
Night of
Dead.
the Living Dead, or you know,
Walking
one of
Dead.
Oh, great.
Walking Dead, or
Now the Walking Dead says, he looks too good to look like a Walking Dead person. Try to be more natural. Great.
Countries around the world are looking for a missing naval submarine.
Is that the
That
one
can
in
spell
Indonesia with the
disaster.
nukes?
what? So Indonesia is missing a nuclear submarine. Yeah, they did. They took it, and they are escaping to a more free country.
I'm worried about the 3 nuclear weapons on board. That's the big problem.
Now, see, once they get to a nice country, a nice politically safe country, they'll trade it to them for amnesty
Yeah.
or whatever it is. You know.
Now you go down and see the important news, not the vaccine, but topless clubs among the business that will reopen in Vegas.
Yeah. Then because you know the thing is
not
they
that
just
one. Go up to.
they can just spray them down with rubbing alcohol, and they don't have to worry about washing the clothes.
Yeah, it's $20 extra.
Why are you looking at that nasty stuff? Look
It's
at the one
fun.
I'm pointing at, goofies. Ron Johnson said there's no reason for a dragon mass vaccination. Finally, some common sense out there.
Yep,
It'll fall on deaf ears, unfortunately, but
true.
Will Biden raise your taxes? Yes. He wants to put a 3% property tax on every property in the United States.
it's getting bad, folks.
I like it. People are reporting unexpected side effects after vaccination. Yeah, when your penis falls out, it's an unexpected side effect.
Ow, family friendly.
Oh, I said penis.
Yeah, that's not family friendly.
Tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker. All right. When you tallywhacker, flush down the toilet.
I'm trying, folks. I'm trying, but they're unruly.
Sorry. I'm going to check my
Wow.
Japanese
That's-
man arrested after dating at the same
You
time.
know what? I would not want to be that guy. Knowing very, very many Japanese fathers who have access to very, very, very sharper than my katana. I'd be looking for that submarine to go hide. Boys, take me to the bottom of the ocean and don't go back up at all. Wow.
Yeah, it's a big racket in Japan. They have con artists that preys on single, lonely women.
And for those who missed the very first story, one of the first stories this evening, right there. Oh wait, we didn't cover that one yet, so we're covering it now. We talked about it before we started.
Yeah.
Your current governor of that state may become
no.
Nuisance.
this person.
Lord. Did we ever covered Ted Cruz says JB's comments on the trial maybe are grounds for a mistrial, or we missed that?
Haven't seen
It
that.
was reported as him being a liar.
Hmm.
So with the slick that was put on here, it wasn't worth covering.
Let's see. Democrats refuse Republicans into attempt to censor Maxine Waters. Did we ever cover that one?
No, we haven't seen it yet.
Hmm.
Oh, well, here's for all you anti-vaxxers out there. Man who got his first COVID shot a year ago, and Moderna's clinical trial just received his third. Hold on. Somebody correct me didn't they say you only needed 2?
Yeah.
Right.
However, they're only good for a certain amount of time. So after that time's up, you got to get the whole series again.
Oh. No, thanks.
Yeah. And it depends which who you listen to, whether it's 6 months or 60 days. Some researchers are saying it's only good for 60 days, and the companies say no, 6 months,
right
6
here.
months.
Wow, the one that was supposed to last for several months when it was first announced is now just 10 weeks. Does anybody else find that kind of strange?
No.
Me too.
It's marketing.
Yeah.
They're marketing manure and saying it's a bouquet of roses.
Yeah. Did we cover that 3-letter group starts with a B? Riots erupt in New York. Some parts of New York City burning to the ground. Antifa refused to take I can't remember what my notes says. Refused to take the plea. They don't trust the plea, I guess. I don't know.
Well, here in Ohio and Columbus, I guess it got pretty nasty too for riots.
Yeah.
Because of what happened in this beautiful little state. But going on my earlier comments about Bitcoin. Oh, now they're starting to mess with the stand your ground laws, which everybody who's been a Second Amendment supporter has suspected this for a long time. States that have been stand your ground are trying to fall backwards and say, oh, well, no, you must retreat at all costs. You have to retreat. You have no right to shoot nobody, no matter what. I hate to say it, but if somebody's breaking into my house and my son and I are barricaded into a back room, we've already done our due diligence to retreat. Somebody comes through the door. Well, they're not going to like the hole they have in them when I'm done.
Yeah.
That is me doing my due diligence, my responsibility to not necessarily protect them, but keep them from getting injured because they're the one doing something extremely stupid in the first place.
Right.
I'm giving them the best chance to leave. I'm gonna tell them to leave. If they come through the door, they're gonna
Hey,
have an extra
Justin.
hole in them.
Hey, let's see.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
kind of
see.
ignoring chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm going over my notes. I had to switch screens. Sorry about that,
Well, while
guys.
he's going over his notes, I have something for everybody out here. That whenever you hear something from the government promising, oh, we're going
Froze.
to, they're saying we're going to give you this, and we're going to do all this for you. Remember, you got to take a grain of salt with it. And I am well prepared to take a grain, have my salt supply for the government, 25 pounds worth. So a grain for everything they tell me.
And Courtney have just arrived into the house. Hi, Courtney.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what TV said to you, Al?
Dead men tell no tales.
Yes, I know. Thanks. Great. Dead men can't lie either. Okay. Activists refuse for peaceful protests in major cities. And then following it, 2A supporters tell activists and media clowns to be on alert. And the third one is media clown and activist shot in self-defense. It's combined all three news things because they were throwing bottles at children. That's always fun, folks. Throwing hazardous material at small children.
Okay. Considering our own military is denied using area of denial weapons in masse, which means in large population areas, they've touted vehicles with it, but oh, we really didn't use it, or they come up with their own stories to try and cover up what they're doing. Now they're saying Russia's doing it to them, so I guess it's okay now again.
Well, don't forget, one country was doing it to one of our embassies.
To the south of us.
Yeah, in Cuba. Let's see. Some group storms Oklahoma City Capitol in protest of the anti-riot bill, takes over as bureaucrats and politicians flee for their lives.
Okay, it's starting to repeat itself here.
All right.
Yep, full repeat.
Yep.
Who's next?
Let's see.
You want to be next, Al?
Yeah, it's like starts with a B and an L, and BLM protesters storm Oklahoma City Capitol building during sessions to protest the anti-riot bill, calling it racist, while destroying the Capitol tundra. And politicians and bureaucrats flee for their lives as a major riot erupts inside the tent. What's that place they call where all the politician meets? Where they have their desks and stuff.
Oh, there's several different rooms.
Well, the big one where they're all voting.
The Senate floor.
House and Senate floor. They invaded both levels.
Oh, gee, it's a repeat of the January 6th.
Yeah, by Oklahoma. Now, let's see. The other one is Morrison cancel Victoria Belt Road project with China says, screw you. I think that's right in Australian. And takes back $107 billion to China.
China's got enough money. They don't need it.
Now, let's see. I got to scroll down a little bit. Let's see. China's dream of conquering the Arabian Seas is shattered by India. Do they have Sea Arabia?
What's that?
Do they have a Sea Arabia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like somebody did financial and naval blockade of a gateway project or something, and also sank a lot of their fishing boats.
Yeah, it's pretty bad over there right now.
Yeah.
Again, folks, you need to watch your world news, because what's trickling down over there will some way, shape, or form make its way over here. It's history. It happens every time.
Yeah, Japan.
It's nothing new.
Yeah, Japan is really mad. Forced China to keep treating Japan with respect after Japan overturned their peace agreement in Japan, and now it's starting to develop gas and nuclear weapons.
Yes, Lori, you're correct.
I think I would be scared, guys. You know how militaristic Japan gets.
Yeah, but Japan doesn't actually have a true military as far as we do. They have a defense force
Right.
because
have a
one of the
navy either.
agreements at the end of World War II was that they created no military force of their own. That was a condition of their surrender. Now they can have a defense force where they can protect themselves, but they could not develop any kind of military that could go out and invade another country,
Right.
which is
But
why they've leaned so heavily upon the U.S. since then.
yeah, but it's kind of scary when they're developing nuclear and nerve gas weapons for self-defense.
Yeah, that ain't self-defense.
I know it's kind of scary because they found a loophole. We could use drones. Oh my god! It's not like that Mighty Robot series. I don't want to talk about that one. Biden may
Don't worry.
cancel 4th of July. Biden may cancel 4th of July.
Oh,
I don't
are
know
we not
why.
happy to have celebrate our independence anymore? Oh wait, that's because we're not independent anymore.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
All right, Jay.
Let's see. Bills look to both remove silencers and large magazines from the National Firearms Act. Okay,
Well, anything
why?
that has to do with the Second Amendment is going to change drastically day by day by day for about the next 2 years. If you have your permit, better hide it.
All right. I'm going to step out because I got to go over and get mine ready to go.
Okay.
So I will see you over there.
All right.
All right, go. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Biden meets with Japanese Prime Minister. Japanese Prime Minister has a headache trying to explain to Biden what's going on in the East.
Hey, world without rule of law. How you doing, Jimmo?
Hi, Jim. Let's see.
Hello, Christy. Didn't see you sneak in there.
No. We already covered that one. Police have been resigning throughout the United States in massive over riots and politics.
Yep. So now's a good, if you always wanted to be a cop, now's a good time to do it because you can get pretty much hired anywhere because they're so short staffed.
Yeah, everybody's
Fair warning, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get to a point where, and it's already happening because they're doing it on purpose. Somebody's going to get pulled over in a car. They're doing something stupid and illegal in the first place. And the minute the officer walks up, it's going to be an instant problem. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
If you weren't breaking the law in the first place, you wouldn't have to deal with them. You don't want to see cops in your yard? Don't do anything stupid.
Yep, big time, folks. Listen
If
to
you don't
Dave.
want to have to see them in public, don't do anything stupid. Don't be in an area where something stupid's going on. You won't see them.
Okay. Democrats defends child's knife fights to justify abolishing police. Democrats and BLM literally defend a hood, not a little kid, not a small person as the media shows it, but a 17 to 18-year-old young lady wielding a 6-inch knife. It's on video, and they gunned her down because she already stabbed 2 people.
But here's my take on that. And of course, I wasn't there. I haven't seen the video. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to keep reiterating what's already happened. But all right, Jay, I won't. I promise. There is less than lethal options. Now, that being said, and I'm not saying that's what it should have been done, I'm just saying from a neutral standpoint. Tasers don't always work. If you do not hit somebody in the perfect spots, you have to do what they call split the line. That's the belt line. One probe above it, one probe below it, and you will plank virtually everybody. Unfortunately, most officers can barely shoot their pistols straight, let alone a taser straight.
Or
Okay,
mix
I've
it
said
up
it in
with
the
that.
past. I'll say it again. I've got more training in the last 10 years than most of the cops get in their lifetime of 30 years.
Right. That was the other thing.
And you know what? I would probably miss, and I'm better trained.
Right. Lady cop confused and shooting, knife wielding somebody for her gun instead of taser.
Okay, then there's the problem. Again, it comes down to lack of proper training.
Now, let's see. And
All right,
more riots.
Carol, take it easy.
Let's see.
But, you know, it comes down to training, a little bit more training, and de-escalation techniques. Oh, wait, that's training. Most of the officers I know are fairly well trained. Some of them will, I know some others that will say we're not trained well enough. They're not, and departments are so short staffed right now that they can't give their officers proper training in certain techniques. Most of the guys are working, an extra shift a week, and most of them work 12-hour shifts.
Yep.
And they're having to pick up an extra 4 hours here and an extra 4 hours there, making 16-hour shifts. So they're not getting to spend time with their family. Somebody said, well, it's a hazard of the job. No, that's because people that say it's a hazard of the job are doing stupid things, causing the cops to get called on them in the first place. The whole thing they need to realize is they're people too.
Right. I've
They're
been
not
reading
robots.
this little one. It's kind of weird. Rise of mercenaries and private security firms in America.
Mm-hmm.
Not security guards, private mercenaries and security firms that you see overseas shooting people. They're coming to America. Remember Blackwater, what they used to do outside the United States? There are two companies. One was German based, and I can't pronounce it. Is already being hired by the Department of Interior.
Mm-hmm. Because there's no police staff, and it's illegal currently to deploy U.S. military assets on our own grounds.
That'd be great. Get shot by some guy who speaks German, carrying a German machine gun, saying, "You, where are your people?"
No, what they're going to be doing is, well, Jay, anywho, those private security companies are usually employ ex-military who, for whatever reason, were either unable to find a job here in the States, because most companies don't want to deal with ex-military members, which is wrong. And these ex-military members may be suffering, and the only way they can afford the medical help they need is by taking these jobs. And you know what? Some of those companies that hire mercenaries like that, like Blackwater, pay really, really good. One, I know a guy that does this, and I don't know him really well, and he's almost never here in the U.S. He's almost always overseas, and he had a babysitting job that he had to do. He made $150,000 for 10 days worth of work.
Yep.
Okay. When you get offered that kind of money, you're going to go wherever they say the money's at. 10 days work, $150,000. And he may sit on his butt somewhere in another country for 6 months, living off that $150,000 before he decides to do another job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Dave, I'm going to go over to Gills. So I'll catch
It's
you guys
10 o'clock,
over there,
folks. So it's time for potty breaks and drinks. Get yourselves something settled down, and we'll see everybody over at Gills here in just a few minutes. Be safe, everybody. God bless.